Hello, everyone. Welcome to Based Politics. And right here, we're looking at the news that just came out. Joe Biden has officially announced his re-election in 2024. Let's finish this job, he says. That's hilarious. So I really don't think that Joe Biden is going to win the 2024 presidential election. He's been consistently disapproved of ever since August of 2021. What happened in August, that was the evacuation from Afghanistan. So that was actually really what led the American public to begin disapproving of him. But honestly, his disapproval has been rising ever since he was inaugurated, and it has stabilized. His approval has stayed above 40% for the most part. But really, Joe Biden is in a very difficult situation looking at his reelection. Donald Trump has already released a response video to Biden's announcement, and of course, Donald Trump announced his own re-election campaign in November of 2022, right after the midterms, and Donald Trump is looking like he's gonna win the Republican nomination. It definitely looks like that's gonna be it looks like 2024 is gonna be a rematch of 2020. That being said, we should look at 2024 to begin our analysis. We definitely should compare it to the 2020 map. So what we have here is the 2020 presidential election map with the margins, right? So the darkest shade for both colors is more than 10 percentage points. The next one is between 5 and 10%. Next one is between 2 and 5%, and the lightest shade means that candidate won that state by less than 2 percentage points. So, for example, we can look at the state of Arizona. Joe Biden won the state of Arizona by less than 2 percentage points. We can see here that he actually won it by 0.31%. We see here that, for example, Donald Trump won the state of North Carolina by 1.35%. So that's why both of these states, Arizona and North Carolina, are showed with the lightest shade, because they were won by both candidates by less than 2 percentage points. So with that being said, let's just start our analysis. Given Joe Biden's unpopularity and given Donald Trump's resurgent campaign, honestly, Donald Trump's 2024 campaign is resembling his 2016 campaign far more than his 2020 campaign, because in 2016 Donald Trump was the anti-establishment candidate, right? He went up against Marco Rubio, against Ted Cruz, against Jeb Bush, and he was able to defeat them all in the Republican nomination. It's looking like he's going to be able to do the same thing in the 2024 primaries. After that, Donald Trump was going up against Hillary Clinton. She was the Secretary of State under Obama. She was Bill Clinton's first lady. So definitely Hillary Clinton was the face of the establishment. She was the status quo, and the American public, and more specifically the people of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, the people of the Rust Belt, these people decided to say no to the status quo, and they voted for Donald Trump in 2016. They said, let's give this outsider a shot. Let's give him a shot. Of course, Donald Trump was president for 4 years, and these states decided, hey, actually, we don't really, whatever it was whatever their reasoning was, they decided to vote for Joe Biden in 2020. But honestly, it is my prediction that after 4 years of Joe Biden, these people are actually going to switch back and vote for Donald Trump. So let's just begin by looking at the states. Let's look at the state of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, because these were precisely the states that gave Donald Trump his victory in 2016, and I predict that's going to be the exact same path of victory. So let's look at the state of Wisconsin. We see here that actually Barack Obama got 56% of the vote in 2008, while Joe Biden couldn't even get 50% in 2020. Of course, Hillary Clinton couldn't even get 47%, so that's incredible. And consistently, the Republicans have been gaining votes from 42 in 2008 to 46 with Romney to 47 with Trump, and now almost 49 with Trump in 2020. And we honestly have to look at these states not simply by their margins, the percentages, but actually the raw numbers. So if we look here at the state of Wisconsin, just the raw numbers, we see here that Donald Trump got 1.6 million votes. and Joe Biden got 1.63, right? So in 2016, Trump got 1.4 million, so he gained 200,000 votes, and Hillary got 1.38 million. So Biden gained about 300,000 votes. Trump gained about 200,000. I really do think that in 2020, and this is going to be my prediction basically for the rest of the nation, Donald Trump is going to be able to hold all the votes that he got in 2020. So I do think in 2024, Donald Trump is going to get at least 1.6 million votes in the state of Wisconsin, whereas I don't think Joe Biden is going to be able to hold on to the 1.6 million that voted for him. If anything, his votes are going to drop down, maybe not as far as not even 1.4 million for Hillary in 2016. Maybe not that far, but maybe definitely Joe Biden's going to lose 50,000, 100,000, maybe 100,000, 150,000 votes or something. So I do think that Wisconsin could definitely flip. Donald Trump won this state. Let's see. Yeah, the Republicans have been gaining votes consistently. I do think that Donald Trump could easily crack 50% of the vote. I do think that Joe Biden could drop down to 49, 48% of the vote, maybe 47. And with that being said, the margin of victory would be by more than 2 percentage points. So I'm going to be placing Wisconsin with that shade. Let's go ahead and look at the state of Michigan. So the state of Michigan actually went for Joe Biden by more than 2%. So that definitely makes it a very difficult state for Donald Trump to retake. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump got almost 2.65 million votes. Joe Biden got 2.8 million. In 2016, Hillary got 2.2 million. Trump got 2.2 million as well. Trump got it by a little bit more. So I definitely do think that Biden is gonna drop down maybe to 2.4, maybe 2.5 million. Like I said, I do think that Donald Trump is gonna be able to hold all of his votes. He might even be able to get 2.7 million. He's definitely, in the same way that Donald Trump picked off votes from Obama from 2012 to 2016, Donald Trump is going to be able to pick off Biden voters from 2020 to 2024. So I don't think that Michigan is going to be as easy as of a pickup as Wisconsin, but I do think it's going to be by less than 2%. Donald Trump is going to be able to pick it up. Let's move on to the state of Pennsylvania. This is our last state in the Rust Belt, and we see here that Donald Trump lost it by less than 1.5 percentage points in 2020. He got almost 3.4 million votes, and Hillary and Trump were basically neck and neck, 2.95 million in 2016. I do think that, oh man, it's just difficult for Joe Biden. I don't see how he's gonna be able to. A lot of Scranton voters, people in Pittsburgh, in the Philadelphia exurbs, these people switched for Biden, and I don't think they're gonna just vote for Biden. He's not charismatic. Donald Trump, I mean, in his response video, you can watch this video yourself. He is attacking Joe Biden on all these points. He's attacking him on the evacuation of Afghanistan, on everything. And it's precisely, I mean, that happened in August 2021. That's precisely when Joe Biden started to become unpopular. So, and at the end of this video, we can see here that Trump's 2024 campaign is using the same 2016 model, make America great again. That's precisely what got Trump his victory in 2016, and I think it's actually going to work again in 2024. So here we go, Pennsylvania by a tilt margin probably, and with that, Donald Trump gets 279 votes. I really do think it's as simple as that. I mean, at the end of the day, he's really going to rack up his margins in the Rust Belt. I do think that Ohio and Iowa could go by more than 10 percentage points. I do think that Donald Trump could narrow up his margins in Minnesota, maybe also New Hampshire and Maine at large. I mean, the city of Omaha in Nebraska's 2nd district, it's going to be pretty close. I mean, Donald Trump did win it in let's see here. Donald Trump did win the oops, this is not. I need to look at the general election. Donald Trump did win the state of Nebraska by the 2nd district in Nebraska by let's see here. if we look at the second district, he won it by like less than 2 percentage points, if I'm not mistaken. And I do think that, yeah, look, you see, he got 40%, 47% of the vote, and Clinton got 45. I believe in 2020, Joe Biden got it by less than 10%. I do think, I mean, I'm gonna just to play it safe, I'm gonna leave Nebraska second district in Joe Biden's column. Although most likely, in fact, I'm gonna leave it blank. Another state that I'm gonna leave blank is the state of Georgia. Let's look at that. The state of Georgia is just so close that it's really difficult seeing how um I could make a solid prediction for either candidate, because as you can see here, it's been trending towards the Democrats ever since the beginning of the century. And I mean, look here, Joe Biden did a better result in 2020 than Obama in 2008. That's really incredible. Republicans have been losing votes consistently. Donald Trump was the first candidate to get less than 50% of the vote in the state of Georgia. It's honestly so close. For now, I'm going to leave it blank. But regarding the rest of the Sun Belt, I mean, it was Georgia, Arizona. These states flipped for Joe Biden. That was definitely a big surprise. And I mean, we can look at the state of North Carolina. This is definitely a state worth looking at, because it went for Donald Trump, but by such a small margin that it's at the end of the day, I do think that Donald Trump is going to be able to hold on to this state. It's been the Republicans haven't been really been gaining votes, but I do think that Joe Biden, he got 48.6% of the vote. Hillary Clinton got 46%. I do think that Joe Biden is going to get somewhere around 47% of the vote. Donald Trump is going to be able to crack 50%. So, that being said, I do think that Donald Trump could win the state of North Carolina by more than 2 percentage points. I do think he could increase his margins in the state of Florida. And that being said, if Donald Trump chooses as his vice presidential candidate someone like the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, or someone like the governor of South Carolina and former United Nations ambassador Nikki Haley. If you were to choose someone like Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis, that would definitely help Donald Trump in the Sun Belt, and that could definitely help him uh, get Georgia by a tilt margin. But for now, I'm just going to leave it blank. Let's look at the states of Arizona and Nevada. I mean, these states are just, Nevada went for Hillary Clinton in 2016. It went for Biden in 2020. But it has been trending Republican consistently. I do think that Donald Trump is going to be able to get at least I mean, it's just so difficult trying to tell these races because they're so close. But I really do think that um, it's possible. Look at this. I mean, Donald Trump got 670,000 votes in 2020. He had 500,000 in 2016, so he got about 150K. Hillary Clinton got 540. Biden got 700. I do think that Biden's gonna drop his margin. He's gonna go down a few tens of thousands of votes. Like, these people are just simply not gonna go out and vote for him. The people of the suburbs in Reno, the suburbs of Las Vegas, these people are just not enthusiastic of voting for Biden for another term. It's just not how it is. Look, in Clark County, Biden got 521,000 votes. That's going to drop down to like 500,000. Trump is going to be able to get at least 450,000. Same with Washoe. I mean, in fact, Donald Trump might be able to win Washoe County. That's just, at the end of the day, I really do think that Donald Trump is going to be able to increase his margins in the Rust Belt. Let's look at the state of Arizona just so that I can get everyone to see just the direction that this nation is going in. And it's honestly, the Republicans haven't been doing too well in the state of Arizona. But it's not as bad of a situation as Arizona. Honestly, Joe Biden could lose just a few dozen thousand votes, and he's gonna get 47% of the vote. Donald Trump is gonna be able to hold on to at least 49%. He might be able to get 50%. I mean, Romney was able to do it in 2012. I think Donald Trump, especially if he has a more establishment candidate like Ron DeSantis, like Nikki Haley, he's going to be able to do really well in the Rust Belt. He might be able to get the margins closer in Arizona, in New Mexico and Virginia. Um, honestly, this is looking like this is honestly my prediction for the 2024 presidential election. It's really looking like Donald Trump is going to win re-election by a pretty comfortable margin. He's going to be able to retake the Rust Belt. I also think he's going to be able to do fairly well in the Sun Belt, and I really don't think that Joe Biden has a very good chance of winning re-election. So there you have it. This is my prediction for 2024. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to comment your own perspective. Make sure to leave a comment. Talk about what your thoughts on my prediction, your thoughts on how this election might go about. And definitely be prepared to get more of these videos. So stay subscribed, and yeah, let's just see what happens over the next year and a half until this election happens. For now, have a good day, and see you next time.